We are the last group for this group presenter, so we will enlighten you about infinitive.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
First thing first, let's start with the basic of infinitive. What is infinitive? Infinitive is to plus base form of a verb. There are three types of infinitive. First, infinitive as subjects. Sentence 1. To fly an aeroplane is a dream of mine. Second sentence. To win, you need the highest number of points. From both of these sentences, we can see that to win and to fly are the infinitive of subjects. The second one is infinitive as object. Sentence first. I want to cook dinner for my family. Second sentence. I would like to invite you to dinner. From both of these sentences, we can see that to cook and to invite are the infinitive of objects. The third one is infinitive of subjects complements. His job is to motivate people. The second one, a teacher's job is to create a desire to learn. From both of these sentences, we can see that to motivate and to create are infinitive of subjects complements. Remember, to make infinitive negative, please place not before to. For example, their real intention is not to succeed. Not is put before to. The other example is, I warn you not to put this off. Not is put before to. So, in infinitive negative, not is put before to. Please remember, don't confuse between don't confuse to in an infinitive and to as a preposition. It is because to in an infinitive is followed by base form of the verb, while to as a preposition is followed by gerund, regular nouns or pronouns. For example, I plan to work hard. Sentence 2. I'm used to working hard. From both of these sentences, we can see the difference. Sentence 1 after to work is the base form, while the next sentence after to is working is base form plus ing. Base form plus ing is gerund. So we can see the difference between both of the sentences. Just to avoid repeating infinitive just mentioned, replace the verb with to. This is called ellipsis. The examples is, Steve knew that he had to go to school, but he didn't want to. To is put here to replace to go to school. So this is the ellipsis.
I will continue about the presentation. I will teach you a little bit about it plus infinitive. We common to use it plus infinitive and often add for plus noun or pronoun to say who or what does the action. For example, in a sentence, it is foolish for Alice or her to procrastinate. It must be in front and followed by noun and pronoun, Alice or her, and infinitives to procrastinate. Second example is, it's important for a student to take good notes in class. It must be in front and followed by noun for a student and infinitives to take. Remember guys, infinitives never have an ing ending. No need to add ed, ing or s at the end. To make infinitives is negative, place not before to. For example, I want you not to read this book. Verbs followed by infinitive. We can use this sentence structure such as they plus verb plus noun or pronoun plus infinitive. For example, in this sentence, they told Steve or him to call. The they is in front, followed by the verb call, Steve and him as a noun and pronoun, and to call as infinitive. Remember guys, that some verbs can be followed only by infinitive, others only by gerund, and either by infinitives or gerund. These verbs fall into four pattern example. First example, verbs phrase followed only by infinitive in words decide, expect, hope, manage, and pretend. Example, they manage to find new job. Manage is a verb. To find is a infinitives, and jobs is another verbs. Plus, verbs cannot use ing because when you use ing, it means we use a gerund structure. Okay, second example, verb and verb phrase followed only by gerund. For example, in words consider, enjoy, feel like, miss, and spend. Example in the sentence, we consider hiring her. Considers is a verb, hiring is a gerund. Second, I don't feel like working today. Feel like is another verb phrase and working is a gerund. Third example of verbs followed by infinitives or gerund with no change in meaning. For example of words begin, continue, like, lover, and prefer. For example, they began to love her. This is the form of gerund. This is the form of infinitive because we use began as a verb followed by to love. Second, they began to loving her. This is a structure of gerund because verb began followed by gerund loving. And last example is verbs followed by infinitives or gerund with significant change in meaning. And the words is stop, forget, quite, regret, and remember. For example, of infinitive, I stopped to smoke. This means he or she stopped in order to do something. Second sentence is go on to road.
Yeah.
Go on to read the text. This means to change the activity. In gerund, I stop smoking. It means to stop with an activity. And for infinitive, for gerund, and lastly, I want to refreshment about you other example of verbs followed by the infinitives. First, Tom agreed to help me. Agreed is a verb followed by infinitives to help. Second, his health appeared to be better. Appeared is a verb followed by to be is infinitive. And lastly, she asked to leave. Ask is a verb. To leave is infinitive. Infinitive is not a verb. Remember the rules for better writing.
Summary, infinitive in English is to plus base verb. For example, to dance, to smile, to show, to sing. These are all examples of infinitive. Now, let's go to our subtopic of infinitive. That is adjective plus infinitive. Certain adjectives can be followed by infinitives. These adjectives usually describe people and not things. They often express feeling about the action described in the infinitive. For example, she told me to leave. What did I tell you? I told you to leave. So, I'm describing what I told this person. After all, adjectives are descriptive words, right? So, she describing what she told the person. Another example. George is afraid to make mistakes. What does George afraid of? It's to make mistake. So here I'm describing what does George afraid of. That is, he is afraid to make mistakes. For further information, another word of adjective is surprised, sad, happy, amazed, and sorry. Nouns followed by infinitives. A noun is often followed by an infinitive. When this occurs, the infinitive gives information about the noun. Madrid bothered her parents. Here, plan is the noun, and to move to Madrid bothered her parents is definitely the infinitive. So, here the infinitive gives more information about Sandy's plan. What is Sandy's plan? That is to move to Madrid. Let's look at our another example. That is chance. In Britain, you will have a chance to improve your English more. So, as you can see, sentence to improve your English is definitely the infinitive. So, the infinitive gives more information about the chance. What chance? To improve your English.
Next, I will continue about to and enough. When used with the adverbs to and enough, the infinitive describes the conditions needed for something to be done. The conditions can be signified by an adjective. To goes before adjectives and adverbs. It has a negative meaning and shows that something is more than enough, more than necessary, or more than wanted. To is used in the pattern to plus adjective or adverb plus infinitive, which is it implies a negative result. For example, we are too tired to do any work today. Enough goes before nouns but after adjectives or adverbs. It has positive meanings and shows that there is as much of something as is wanted or needed. Here is the pattern. Adjective or adverb plus enough plus to infinitive. For example, the weather is warm enough to swim. Also, enough can be used before a noun plus to infinitive. For example, there is not enough money to pay for the repairs. Enough can also be used after a noun. This usage is normal. For example, there is not money enough to pay for the repairs. Active and passive infinitive. Infinitive can occur in simple or past forms. We use a simple infinitive, which is without a past participle, to indicate an action in the same general time from as the actions in the main verb. And again, an infinitive is to plus a base verb. So, for example, she plans to invite them. So here, we have the active past. If you would like to about an action that a subject did in the past, and you have to use an infinitive, the structure you use is to plus have plus past participle. So, to have is actually the infinitive in this sentence. For example, you seem to have forgotten the report that was due today. Now, in passive, the object becomes the focus and it receives the actions. In passive simple, the pattern is to be plus the past participle. For example, the work is supposed to be finished by tomorrow. Finally, for the passive past, the structure is to plus have plus been plus past participle. Use the past form to indicate an actions that occur before the actions of the main verb. For example, the work was have to be done before now.